Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and share. In this video I'll be showing you how I'm going to make this satin trouser with elastic. You know me, I always love elastic trouser. That's what I like to wear. So these are the measurement I'll be using for this tutorial. The waist measurement, the hip round measurement, the crotch length. I did a video on how to measure you how to crotch. Please have a look at that video. I will also be needing the ankle round and length of the trouser plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. We'll make it 41. Then I'll be needing I think 2 inches, 2.5 inches to attach the band to the waist round. I didn't write that down, I forgot. But what I want to also let you know is that when I'm drafting my pattern for my trouser, instead of using my waist round measurement, I'll be putting my hip round measurement on it. So let's get started. So instead of my waist round measurement to be 10.3, I'll be using 11.3 for the hip round. The reason why I'm doing this because I'll be using elastic on my waist, so I need to have a lot of allowance. So I'll be using this measurement. I won't be using the actual waist round measurement. So let's get down to it. So on my bed, this is the fabric I'll be using for this trouser, and the highest measurement I'll be using for the folding is if you can see, this is my hip measurement. My hip measurement is the highest measurement, so it's 11.3. so on fold, I like to always have enough fabric to my project. Excuse me. So I'll be adding extra 8 inches to this. So you can add your 6 inches, but it's always safer to have enough fabric. So 8 plus 11.3 is 19 inches. So there on fold, what I have here is 19 inches on fold. So now I'm going to cut it out. I've cut out the fabric for my trouser. I'm going to cut out the second one, which I'll be using for my back panel for the trouser. So I'll take this properly away. I'll take this fabric again. I hope it's going to be enough. So I'll fold it like so. So as you can see, I don't need to take, what I need just to cut it out from there. From here, cut it out. So I would say when you are cutting out your trouser, it's always better to have 2 yards of fabric. It's always better 2 yards and 2 or 2.5. It's more safer to have it when you are cutting out your trouser. Now that I finished cutting out my fabric, the next thing, I put it on my small table. So first of all, I'm going to start drafting on the front panel, which is the front side of the trouser. So now I start drafting. The first thing I do, I'm going to draw an imaginary line from there. That's 1/2 inch. Just draw it straight. That 1/2 inch will also serve as my sewing allowance. Having drawn the imaginary line there, the next thing from this side is my opening side. So yeah, I'm going to come in here by 2 inch. I'll place my ruler like this. Come in by 2 inch this way. You can see I've drawn a straight line here. That's the 2 inches there. I'll draw a 5 inch. That's the blue line. So the next thing for me to do is to take out my crotch measurement. The next thing for me to do here is to bring out my length of my trouser. Remember, my length of my trouser was 40. And as you can see, I've already drawn a straight line down. That's, I took 2 inches, like as I earlier said. So from here to this place straight down is 41 inches. 40 inches for the length of my trouser plus 1 inch of sewing allowance give me 41. So this straight line here is 41. That's what I have. So the next step for me to do is to put in my cross measurements on this line. So my cross measurement is 10.5. So on this line I'll come like this. Here I have 10.5. That's for my cross. So on this line here where my cross ended, here like this, I'll put in my hip round measurement. My hip round measurement was 11.3. So this line I'll put 11.3. That's 11.3. So like I said earlier, on my hip side I'm not going to, sorry, on my waist side I'm not going to use my actual waist measurement. I'm going to be putting my hip round measurement on my waist because it's elastic. The waist has to be free. So on this place I'll put in my hip round measurement instead of my waist measurement. Here I have 11.3. So normally what I'm just going to do here, I'm just going to draw a bust like this from there to there. Here is my bust. So in this place here, I'm going to find the mid spot of this bust. Here is 11.3, so I'm going to divide it by 2 to find the mid spot. So what I have here is 5.6, so I just round it up to 5.7. So here I'll go here and look for 5.7. That's my mid spot. 5.7 I have here. So I'll draw a straight line from there to there. So now I've drawn a mid spot on this bust. So the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to connect this mid spot straight down to the end of the fabric. That's the length of my trouser. From there straight down. So from there straight down, I draw a long spot, the trouser. So the next thing I'm going to do here, from this place here, I'm going to extend on this spot. I'm going to extend it by 2 inches. So I'll take my tape measure. I'll go on like this. Take by 2 inches. So having done that, I'm going to create a curve here like this. That curve will now serve as my crush. I'm just going to connect the lines like so. It's a satin material, so you have to be careful because it's somehow slippery. So that's the line. So at this spot here, I'll just push my fabric up a bit because my tape is a bit small. So at the bottom here, my ankle round is 3.5. So I'll go here like this. I'll put in 3.5 on this side. On the other side is 3.5 as well. So from this spot here, I'm going to connect this dot from there straight down to meet that spot there at my ankle. So I'm going to use my curve ruler like so. See the way I correct it. So let me use it like this here. Like this. Take it down straight to meet the end. the other side as well. So from that spot here, I'll connect it down straight to make the ankle run at this spot as well. So I'm also going to use my curve ruler. See the way I do it like this. I'll connect it like so. I'll go down. Just connect it, you know what I mean? Let me finish it. I've done this. I haven't done the drawing there. So next thing I'm going to do is to add 1 inch at this spot here. I had 1 inch here. That's for ease of movement and sewing allowance. Then at the ankle, I had extra 1 inch as well. Then on this side, I'll cut that by 1 inch. I'll cut that by 1 inch. So I'm going to use my curve ruler here to start coming down like this. So here is 1 inch. So from here, I'll start measuring 1 inch. I'll start following the curve 1 inch. So just follow the curve straight down. So from here, I'll just curve it as well straight down to maybe 1 inch here at the bottom. As you can see, I've sketched out the trouser pattern. So I'm going to cut from this ball straight down this way, this way, this way, and this way down, and this way down for my front pattern. You can see I've cut out the front fabric. Because this material is very slippery, I have to pin it up, because I'm going to use this pattern to cut out the back panel. So I'm going to start pinning up from here. It will not move when I'm attaching it to my back panel. The next one we're going to do is to draft the second pattern, which is the back panel. So I've already spread my material like this, and it's on fold. So what I'll do here is to place the front panel. I'll place it like this, close to the edge. Just place it like this, close to the edge. Because the reason why I'm doing this, I won't be taking any measurement from this side. All my drafting for the back panel, we're going to start from this side. So I'll be needing this hip curve ruler for my back panel. So what I will do here, from this angle here, I'll take 3 inches for the back. Then as usual, I'll come down by ½ an inch here for the back panel. Then at my weight here, I'll come out by 1 inch. So just simply draw it. So having done this, I'll come up here by 1 inch. So this line here, I'm going to draw it straight down like a curve to make the front. So done this. So from here, I will now connect it down to my ankle of my front panel, just like this, straight down. So let me show you quickly. Connect it to make this line like this in my back. Mind you, I will advise you to use pins to pin up your fabric, because this fabric is very slippery. It can easily move when you are doing your drafting, so it's advisable you pin up your fabric. So having done this, the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to add extra 1 inch to it. The reason why I'm doing this, because this is a satin fabric, and we all know satin fabric doesn't stretch. So having drawn the 1 inch Alawa.